from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Mayfield. Caught here by Griffin. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places, and we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 9 catches, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown. They go play action. Mayfield.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the 2nd half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team So I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 80 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Knight. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
First down. Here's Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So a nice kick there as
They are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mayfield now. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The score after 1 on EA Sports. A run for Nick Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice the hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action with Burrow. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Trey Hendrickson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Gun.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, about that.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an option.
He'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They run for it with Mixon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find some.
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and 4?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Second down, here's Chubb again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. 2nd and 2. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Cincinnati.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
From the 27, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, he'll drop it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This from 36 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's brought down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield, he finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.